All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory unto the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and His only begotten Son, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Wahak, Wakak, Wadash. Yeah. Double honors to the elders and the apostles, the great millstone, and peace and salutation all down to the hopefully elect, pushing out this truth. This is Tazier Gabar from Waco, Texas, prophets of Babylon. All right. I'm gonna get quick off in Matthew 24 about how the Lord is finna get ready to judge this wicked generation. All right. All right, this is the same wicked generation that was around 2,000 years ago that offered Yahweh Shai to be crucified on the cross. All right, the same wicked generation back then, and also the same wicked generation that was in the time of Moses. All right, so this will be that generation that sees, the end time prophecy and witness the Lord return, and also get that ultimate judgment. This is Matthew 24:30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. All right. So he's gonna be on a chariot coming back to judge the earth during World War III, and the other nations gonna fight against him. All right. So that cloud of heaven is talking about that chariot that he's gonna return on. All right, he's gonna come in the midst of the Third War, and that whole Christianity fable about the rapture is a false doctrine. All right, how they say the Lord's gonna come back and beam up, the righteous ones, and leave back the ungodly or whatever for 7 years, and then he's gonna come back again. All right, the Lord is gonna make a second return, not a third. That's another Christianity false doctrine fable. All right. All right. I'm gonna get Luke. Matter of fact, Luke 21:27. All right. Luke 21:27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. All right. Verse 28. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. So when the Lord comes back on that chariot, he's going to be bringing forth salvation and destruction. All right. That's why I said, the tribes of the earth shall mourn. Because the average Jake and these other nations, when they think about the day of the Lord, they think about the so-called white man, Cesare Borgia, coming from the clouds, giving hugs and kisses. They don't expect to see a dark-skinned, melanated man, from the tribe of Judah, so-called Negro, dark-skinned, woolly hair with red eyes, and coming back with fierce anger to bring forth judgment. All right. And these other nations that's going to be in that war, they're going to be trembling in that day. All right. Because they're going to be afraid. But like I said, second address, the Lord is basically going to make them fight fight against him so he could ultimately destroy him, you know. All right, reading that Luke again, Luke 21 and 27. And then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And when these things begin to come to pass, then look up and lift up your heads, for your redemption draweth nigh. All right, let me get Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. All right, this is Wisdom of Solomon 5 and 1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. So this is the elect of Israel being delivered. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. All right, so these other nations, they're going to be afraid and trembling when they see the hopeful elect, 144,000 you blacks, Latinos, Native Indians getting beamed up in them chariots, and they're going to be jealous. All right, we came here on slave ships, but we're going to leave out in fashion and style by way of those so-called spaceships, Get a quick precept, Psalms 68:17. All right, so it says they're gonna look up. Hold up. They're gonna be amazed. They shall be amazed. They shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. All right, so they're gonna be amazed. They're gonna want to be ultimately being the ones getting delivered. All right. I'm gonna get Psalm 68:17. Page. This is Psalm 68:17. The chariots of the Most High are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them as is Sinai, the holy place. As is Sinai, the holy place. All right, so the Lord is going to be among these chariots, all right? And the Lord, his chariot is going to be ultimately the biggest, all right? And through that, you're going to have the tens of thousands of angels delivering up the holy elect and sending for judgment also through those chariots. Like it say, the second entrance, out of his mouth goeth I think a sword. Yeah, that's ultimately talking about them laser beams from them chariots. All right, so that's what's getting ready to happen, and that's the generation that's gonna witness this ultimate destruction. Them ICBM nukes. Because while all that happening with the chariots, the nukes is also gonna be falling down. All right. So this is the generation that's gonna witness it. This is the most wicked generation that had ever been, Going into Getting back to Luke 21. I'm gonna get 1 Thessalonians 4 and 15. Then I'm gonna read up in Luke. Alright, this is 1 Thessalonians 4 and 15. It says, "For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep." So that's the Akim that died, in this faith. Alright, whether it be old age or whatever, the Akim that died in this ministry. Before he witnessed the prophecies like Jacob's trouble and all that, the MOTB, before all that, the Akim that died in this faith, that finished their lot. So it says, "For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain until the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep." All right, so it's not gonna prevent the ones who are asleep, the ones that died in this truth. All right, they ultimately gonna be risen up first. All right, while the elect getting beamed up in the chariots, they already gonna be in the chariots. That's basically what it's saying. All right. Verse 16, "For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout," and that shout is a war cry, because the Lord is going to be angry. All right, you got to realize the Lord died 2,000 years ago, and he's been patiently waiting. That word patient means to suffer. He's been patiently waiting to get back them wicked Israelites that lied on him and offered him up to be crucified. All right, say shoot, I'm trying to think of something. You working with a bunch of Israelites, and the same way they did Daniel. You say you work with a bunch of Israelites and they all came together because they didn't like you, and they made up a lie on you, and you ended up getting fired. All right, at the back of your head, you will want to ultimately try to find a way to jack every last one of them up. But we gotta remain spiritual in this thing. But you'll have that built up anger in you, because you will want to get them back. And that's ultimately how they did Daniel. They was jealous of Daniel because Daniel was the king's favorite, and they all got together and made up a lie against Daniel, about his beliefs or whatever. Alright, they basically made up a new rule that goes against praying to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Alright, and the king had to throw Daniel in the lion's den. Alright, and he did that, and the Lord was with Daniel. Alright, ultimately, when you read that chapter, the king had fasted for Daniel and prayed for Daniel, and Daniel got delivered. And the king threw all the wicked ass people who lied on Daniel in the lion's den, and they got devoured before they even hit the ground. All right. Oh yeah, if I'm not mistaken, in Bell of the Dragon, I believe it was Habakkuk. I don't know, I low-key forgot, but I believe it was Habakkuk. Habakkuk was sent to Daniel to bring him food. The Lord teleported Habakkuk to the lion's den to bring Daniel some food. I believe it was Habakkuk. It might have been another prophet, but in that book, Bell of the Dragon, in the Apocrypha, First Thessalonians 4 and 16. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the Most High, and the dead in Christ shall rise first. Alright, so that's the ones that labor in the truth. Verse 17. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds, the chariots, to meet the Lord in the air. And so shall we ever be with the Lord. God. Alright, getting back to Luke. Luke 21 and 25. And there shall be signs in the sun and in the moon. So that's why we get, these signs. That's why the Lord ultimately made these stars, Like he made the moon, which the moon is a light, but he made the moon and the stars in heaven for signs and wonders, Like the blood moon. We get a lot of moons. Like it's saying, I believe in Matthew 24, the moon shall turn into blood. Alright. As a sign that the Lord is getting ready to make his return. And in the stars, and upon the earth, distress of nations, with perplex, the sea and the waves warring. Alright, verse 26. Men's hearts failing them with fear. So that's people getting fainted, heart attacks. And for looking after those things which are coming on the earth, for the powers of heaven shall be shaken. And that's ultimately them nuclear missiles. Alright, like it's saying, I believe second address, the nuclear missiles gonna shake the whole earth. The whole earth is gonna shake when it's hit. Imagine a giant earthquake times 1,000. Shit, oh. We have earthquakes. The earthquakes shake, but like they don't literally shake the whole entire earth. Alright, the nukes is gonna shake the whole planet Earth. Jumping back to Matthew 24 though. Matthew 24, verse 30, it says, and then shall appear the signs of the Son of Man in heaven, and then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven, with power and great glory. And he shall send his angels with a great sound of a trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from the one end of the earth, from one end of the earth to the other. All right, so that's them angels, delivering up the 144, the Lord's prophets from all four corners of the earth. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get Revelation 7 and 13. All right, Revelation 7:13. And one of the elders answered, saying unto me, what are these which are arrayed in white robes, and whence that came they? All right. All right. So the people who are arrayed in that white linen are the hopeful elect. All right. Those the ones that made it out of the tribulation. All right. Which is in verse 14. And I said unto him, Sir, thou knowest. And when he said to me, these are they which came out of great tribulation, and have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. All right, that great tribulation is Jeremiah 30:7, Jacob's trouble. All right. All right, the Jeremiah 30:7, a time like never before. And it's also mentioned in Daniel 12. Kind. All right. Getting back to Matthew. I might get X. All right, Matthew 24:32. Jump into 34. All right. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass till all these things be fulfilled. All right. So all these things be fulfilled is the prophecy. All right. And this is that ultimate generation is gonna see that judgment and great deliverance of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All right. So it says this generation shall not pass till all these things come to pass. So all these things be fulfilled. And that's ultimately talking about the prophecies of the Lord, you know. Verse 14. Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. So that's currently what we're doing now, you know. And this gospel has been preached throughout the four corners of the earth, because you got Israelites in all places of the earth waking up. All right, like it's saying Isaiah 13, this truth has reached the gates of the nobles. Hello. This truth has reached the gates of the nobles, you know. Hey, and more, you know, as the days go, you see Esau pushing that digital electronic, you know, digital currency. And he even had the mark of the beast in the news about a month ago, about some weeks ago, matter of fact, about 3 weeks ago. All right, this is Isaiah 13:2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountains, exalt thy voice unto them, shake thy hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles. All right, the gates of the nobles are the elites of Esau. So even they know that the prophets of the Lord are out here, you know, pushing out this truth. All right, and that's ultimately why they, you know, cracking down on these platforms that we teach on, like YouTube, by, you know, taking down videos. You You got brothers going to different platforms teaching, like BitChute, and Odyssey, and other live stream accounts. You got brothers on Instagram teaching. All right, so on TikTok. So this truth has reached, the gates of the nobles. All right, and these prophecies are starting to fulfill at a high level. All right, these other countries are literally throwing away the money in the streets. All right, money in the nearest future, money is going to be equivalent to toilet paper. All right, in the time of Jacob's trouble, you're going to be seeing dollars casted out all in the streets, $100 bills. All right, like you got these stupid ass rappers that worship, Benjamin Franklin. All right, Benjamin Franklin going to be worth a sheet of toilet paper in the times that we're approaching. Jeremiah 30:7. All right, you literally going to be wiping yourself with that. All right, because you don't have no toilet paper. Hey, you seen a little bit of that. You seen a little bit of that in 2020. You had Jake stealing fucking toilet paper, buying up all the toilet paper and shit. Hey, that's the times that we're approaching. Jeremiah 30:7. All right, the U.S. dollar is going to be completely worthless in that day. All right. Moving forward, though. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get Matthew 24:14 again. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations, and then shall the end come. All right. All right, this is Matthew 24:22. And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. For the elect's sake, the days, are being shortened because, if it were to be like it was, back in like 2015, no man would be saved. All right, the times that we're approaching, at least, if the days was normal, no manner of flesh will be saved. This devil Esau, like it's saying in Revelation 12:12, he's going to come down with great wrath because he knows he has but a short time. So this devil will literally slaughter every Israelite if the days weren't shortened. So that's why these days now are constantly going fast. That's why these years has passed by so fast. 2021, like that nigga Little Boosie said, 2021 felt like 6 months. All right, even these worldly jakes see that the days are going by really, really fast. All right, and your so-called scientists even said that by saying the earth is spinning faster than it normally would. But that's to just fulfill prophecy for the elect's sake, so we can get up out of here. Alright, let's see, Matthew 24. Let me get Isaiah 46:19. That's 13. Isaiah 46:9. Remember the former things of old, for I am the Most High, and there is none else. I am Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, and there is none like me, declaring the end from the beginning and from ancient times. Khan, I believe this is Yahweh speaking. Declaring the end from beginning and from ancient times, the things that are not yet done, saying, my counsel shall stand, and I will do all my pleasure. Alright, yeah. So declaring the end from ancient times, you know, the Lord already had everything planned out from the very beginning of how he wanted things to go in his movie. Alright, and we're currently in the end of it. Alright. Getting Ezra's 9:1. Like it. Alright, this is Ezra's 9:1. Now when these things were done, the princess came to me, saying, the people of Israel and the priests